Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, okay, so I need to start off with this, okay? So my channel was acting up for about 2 weeks now. It's been acting so crazy, okay? So something went wrong. It said my account was disabled. Nobody could access my videos. They couldn't watch them. It was just a pain. But I had to start a new channel, okay? So I mean the channel name is still the same. Now the picture is different, but yeah, I have one friend that's subscribing um at some point. We're trying to figure that out. And so that we can spread the word again and so we can get people to subscribe and stuff like that. So while me and my friend are figuring that out, I'm gonna be trying as hard as possible to get more videos in because as my YouTube channel got disabled, it cleared all my memory. So basically, all my Google user, Google user information is gone. So yeah, we're trying to work on that and get more videos in because I mean, this is the first video since the channel has been disabled. I haven't gotten to do the videos earlier because my YouTube just went completely nuts and it was still disabled like the next day after. It said it took at least one business day for it to be overviewed, but then they said my information was incompatible. So yeah. Aside from that, welcome to Fantasy Star Universe. Now this is like a sci-fi slash action game. Um, you play as a character named Ethan Weber, and you're fighting these guys called Seeds. They're invading your colony and the other three planets that surround your colony. Now, there's a person named the Divine Maiden who warned everybody about this. She knows, she sees everything. The Divine Maiden, she basically controls the whole entire galaxy. And, I'm a guardian. There are guardians going to planet doing missions to get rid of the seed. Now, I have had this for my PS2, but then my sisters, they kept scratching it up, even though it was in the case. They sneak into my room, and then they take the game out of its case, and they scratch it up. So I had to throw that away, and then, um, I had to get a brand new one just today. I got one at, I can't remember where it was. I think it was, like, at Walmart or something. I had to get it for my Xbox, because that was the only other, thing I had, because my PlayStation is also acting up right now, so I can't use that. I can only use my Xbox and my PS4. So let's get into the game. So I have played through the first chapter, so there's like basically chapters to like separate bosses and stuff. Each chapter has one boss. So last chapter I fought a boss, and that was just like a field, like a field training quote unquote thing, and that was basically just to tell me how the controls work, get a gist of like how the game works and how to fight enemies in the game. So I'm starting in chapter 2 right now, and these bosses are like insane. Like these seeds, they like take over the mines, but then there's just regular monsters that just come out of nowhere and they just attack like everything. But you should really level up in this game because once you get further into the game, it gets like super hard. And if you see this little girl with her right here, her name is Lumia, and she is basically the sister in the game. Um, she so basically what like all happened. We don't have parents, so Ethan's dad was a guardian. Um, his mom died. His brother died. Right after Lumia was born, and then their uncle is watching over them. So basically, it's just Ethan Weber, Lumia Weber, and I don't know the uncle's name because they never really introduced him, which is a really dumb thing. Um, yeah. I was just going through that conversation because she's telling about how cool it is just to be a guardian, and she says she wants to be 13 just to be a guardian because you obviously have to be 13 to be a guardian in the game, which doesn't really affect how I play. It's not like it's not like a game called, it's not like Spore or anything. Spore is kind of like you have to grow and develop throughout the game. But yeah, this is kind of like, that. You have to grow throughout the game, get more XP, level up. Like I'm on level 4 right now, and I ain't doing so good, and it's not coming out well for me. Just because, I mean, yeah, I played this game before. I got to like at least level 100 for my character, and it was super easy just to get through everything. But then all my data was lost, and I was so frustrated when how that happened. Once I figured out that my sister scratched on my game, and I looked on the back, I tried cleaning it off. I tried everything. Nothing worked. So I had to get the game again, which has been about 3 to 4 years I've been playing this game. So I was basically about um, 9 or 8 when I last played this game. And yes, there are mild language in this game and mild violence. I mean, there's no blood or anything. Like, I'm not gonna like say that, but there is weird graphics when you kill monsters in this game. So I just got access to another planet called Perum, and that's where I'm supposed to meet my partners. Now I already know who they actually are. I know everybody in this game. Like this robot is named Lou, but there are other prototypes of Lou because this scientist made more of them. And then my partners are supposed to be Huga Wright and what was the other girl's name? Um, I can't remember. I'm trying to think. Uh, what was it? I don't know. Well, we'll have to wait and see once we get to the plaza in Peru or West Side District and all that stuff. Like, I mean, it's a really confusing game once you like first start it because it doesn't give you like tips or anything on how to play it. It only gives you like the basic controls, like heavy attacks, melee attacks, and stuff like that. Um, yeah, it tells you how to fire a weapon. It's just really annoying. And this guy, don't even worry about it. He's just like a vendor, and he doesn't really do anything. He's just like distracting you. Oh yeah, so the girl's name is Karen, and she's basically a sister to the Divine Maiden, which is she's right there, the girl with the blue hair and stripes and stuff. So yeah, she's basically seeing um how Ethan does things around the colony, and he's like, "Oh my God, who's talking? Is it a ghost or something?" But then when it actually recognizes that it was Karen, he's like, "Really, you were behind me the whole entire time, watching behind my back as the vendors just tried to trick me into buying just random things." So yeah, he's kind of mad about that. So there are some cutscenes where it actually makes sense, and I might have to make them load. And you can obviously the words on the bottom, so you can read that while it's going, so that you know what's happening. So Ethan is in a starship flying over the Perum Plains, which is where I do my first mission on Perum, and I fight the boss. And this is um so basically 18 years ago in the game, these like there was a massive explosion, like a nuke explosion, just freaking like demolished this entire city. But then the city got relocated and everybody lives in it now, which is okay. So this is like the Perum City, floating cars, sci-fi. Yeah, I know. I kind of like games like this because it's more futuristic, and hey, you never know what happens in the future. Anything could happen. Floating cars, like cars transforming into planes. You never know. Like, hey, government can do really, really weird things. You never know. So besides the point, the starship has finally reached the flyer base, or PPT spaceport, and I am in Hostel Square, which is basically the middle of the city. So this is Holtis City, which is a part of the Peruvian planet. Last city I think was called like just regular Relics. I think it was just called Relics. Now it's Hotel's city, which actually looks pretty nice from graphics. But then, like, the people in the cutscene, they don't really move their mouths that much, which is kind of weird. Like, they just don't move their mouths at some points. Like, my friends, like, they try to talk like comm communicators, and they don't move their mouths, which is like really creepy. So I'm heading to my first partner. I think he's here. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'll have to check. Um, no, he is not here now. But this is where he will be. But I think I have to go to east side so I can find him. I don't know. But I think Karen's gonna come up behind me again. But I have no idea. Like, I mean, it's been 3 to 4 years since I played this game, so there's kind of stuff I have to catch up. I mean, I basically know the controls, like, I'm already used to them, but then it is kind of different from a PS2 controller to an Xbox 360 controller. I'm just gonna, okay, so you have to go to the Guardian's headquarters in Peru, and I would suggest this game to other people that like sci-fi and violence, if they're okay with it, because this is a really cool game and it has a really good backstory and background ideas on everything and why these seeds they come to the planet. You just have to play the game for yourself. Like, for me, it's like a really good view. For like the camera, it might not be as like good because it has like a punch effect to it. But then as for my point of perspective, it looks really nice. Like everything, it looks actually sci-fi. So I'm talking to this robot, which is called Cast. So basically, there are other people like in the game. There's humans, there's casts, and then there's Newmans. Newmans are like beast people. This is a cast, which is a robot, and then humans, obviously me, Ethan Weber. And then there are types that you can switch to depending on, like if you switch your type, like Ranger, Hunter, or Force, um, it, it will give you different variety of weapons. Like I only have the basic weapon set, like a handgun and a sword. Now you can obviously tell that everything is like glowing and stuff. It's basically running on a thing called photons. Photons are what make my weapons and stuff like that. It's just like a really weird thing. Like, you never see games like this. Because, I mean, this is an old game. I think this was like made in 1998. So, yeah. And you can honestly see that robot again Lou from the colony in Peru. Like I said, there are multiple robots of this, and Ethan is trying to talk to the robot and remind her that we just talked and how you got here and stuff. But then he doesn't know yet that there are multiple Lou's, which is kind of weird. I gotta admit, because like there's a like I think that before when I had in the PS2 version, the scientist said he made at least 320 approximately. That's the approximate amount of them. I'm pretty sure that's how much he said. Something around that. But yeah, and he has them like scattered all over the system or galaxy or whatever. And there's Karen again trying to be a creep. What she's the instructor of like the team and me and Hugo. But I don't understand, like, some different people, they have different weapons for me. Like, Karen is a beast type, or, Newman, Hugo is a human, I'm a human, and we all have different weapons. Like, I don't understand, because, it's depending on what your level is, that what weapons you can get, because they're out of your, like, strength. Your strength needs to be high enough.
That's nice, but
This is a weird cutscene. Now, the guy with the silver hair and the weird looking coat, that is Hugo. And he's just trying to find a love for him. He's alone.
You think I could get a Koltova juice?
And
That's okay.
my character, he obviously reigns on the parade and everything. And Hugo is obviously depressed. You can see his face. He's like,
Tactless as usual, Ethan. Is there any woman you don't try to pick up on? Try thinking with your head, Hugo.
Ethan, he tries to spoil the party to everything.
Between the sexes? And if the holy light brings us all together, well, who am I?
If you
Why do I even bother
don't
talking to you?
want to hear
Just so you know,
sexual
I'm
things
supposed to meet
and
my new partner here
curse
in a minute.
words,
And,
click out of this video, okay?
Rumor has it, my
And
partner
I'm
here
gonna be
is a
doing more
girl.
videos of this, obviously, because it's a really cool game.
I'm waiting for my partner here as well.
You know what? I'm just gonna skip through that cutscene because it's wasting time. I might want to make the video a little bit longer than normal videos because I want to start things off. I might want to go through at least half of our mission, or a quarter of our mission, because I mean, I'm already at 16 minutes, so, and that was like me being back at the colony. Like, it takes so long just to get to places in the game, and like advance on levels and stuff. And if you guys are wondering, there are no cheats to this game, but there are tips and hints in the game. Like tips, like if you're a ranger, you have to get like all kinds of different things and just level up your character, and you can switch back to hunter or whatever. So hunter, usually have melee weapons, sometimes ranged. Ranger obviously ranged weapons. And then force, big weapons, like bulky weapons like giant swords, giant pikes, just crazy things. And then these monsters, they have like weird names, so does the weapons. As the further you get, there are different versions of, like there's different versions of the weapons that you get, which is kind of weird. And their names are just out of the ordinary. Like, you don't like, there's just random letters and stuff. Like, it's really weird. But god dang it, because like some parts, or not some parts, like almost all the time when you have like a selection of things, you have to use like an analog pad, and then to move around you have to use the analog stick. It just gets me messed up like all the time. If you can see these weird symbols on doors, those are shops, and you'll obviously see them soon. So, I'm just gonna skip through all this. Obviously, what they're talking about is talking about a brief summary of the mission. Well, not really a brief summary, because you're gonna get a brief summary when you get there. But, they're just talking about how to use their comms and add people to their party. And she's just, well, Karen, she's giving me like a mission to go to, because the Guardian's quarters tell us to go to this mission, and the instructor gets these instructions for like the mission and stuff, and tell what's happening, and you will see that in a few minutes. I don't know, I think I should end it as soon as I'm done, as soon as the people are done talking. But then again, I do want to show you the monsters and stuff. I don't know what I should do. Okay, how about this? I will go to the mission, okay? I'll save it. Like, there's saving points in the game, which is really annoying. You have to save it from the save points. You can't just save from your character. Yeah, you have to go to save points. So I'm gonna go to the mission. Go to the east. So in the east side, you have the quarters, like the headquarters. Wait, hang on, hold up. I need to make sure I am prepared for this. Okay, I'm definitely not prepared, because I have over 1,400 Magenta. Now Magenta is like money in the game, just to buy weapons and stuff. And some of the shops you cannot go into depending on what kind of race you are, like human, newbie, not newman, not newbie, newman, and cast. It depending on what race you are. You can get different things. Like for cast, you can get different parts. But yeah. So let me get some weapons for the mission. So I'm gonna get the twin handgun real quick. Now I'm not gonna waste all my money just because there are things called photon arts. Photon arts are basically special attributes to guns and weapons, and they will make your weapon stronger by giving you a heavy attack. Or for the handgun, it will change on what thing you shoot out of, like ice, fire, lightning, gravity, something like that. I'm gonna get the twin dagger quick. Um, get the twin sabers. Those are actually very useful. So that's all I'm gonna get there. Um. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. I'm gonna get the rising crush for my um double sabers, and that's basically about everything I can muster. Um, I'm gonna see if I can find anything. Okay, let me see if I can sell anything. Yeah, I can sell stuff. Okay, let me sell this real quick. Because these were things I got from my last mission. You can get if you find boxes in the mission, you can collect the items that burst out of them when you hit them, and then you can sell them at shops or use them to synthesize weapons and make some. So I honestly don't have enough money to get anything else. So let me, because once you get the art, you have to learn it. You have to go to it, press learn. Now I have the Rise and Crush. You go back to the weapon, and if it does not show like this little weird symbol next to the grade of the weapon, then it's obviously not equipped. So let me equip the twin handgun right there. Get the twin sabers here, and then get the twin daggers here. Now, I might go to the mission in a few minutes, so hang on a sec. Alright, so let me get to the mission real quick, and I will be back with you guys in a few minutes. Okay, so I'm flying to the mission now. I just wanted to not like wait until I get to the mission, just because it is a time trial and I do want to get a good rank on it, and so that I can get better weapons and more money and stuff like that. So I'm at the mission, and um, I'm just gonna skip through all this talking real quick because it's very, very, very annoying. Well, it's not in time trial now, but there is a time trial at some point in the level, which I don't like time trials. They're so annoying. But, so, let me pull out my weapons. This is my regular setup that I got in the first mission. Saber, handgun, basic. Twin handguns I got. Twin sabers. Oh, dang it, I almost forgot. When you, learn the skill, you have to equip it to the weapon. I totally forgot about that. Okay, so I have this skill. Now let me switch to my other weapon, twin daggers. Here's the twin daggers. So cool, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go over here, quick, switch to my, I'm just gonna keep them out. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you what ugly monsters are here. See those little things in those tanks? Those are called Koltovs.
Looks like a cargo transporter.
But they're weird. Or Koltovas or something like that. Yeah, I think it's Koltovas. They're like weird.
It looks like the engine's still
shelled
running.
monsters,
But I don't see the
monstrosities,
driver around here anywhere.
creepy. Yeah. Hello. Koltova.
Check it out! Hey, what is this ugly thing?
Ethan, you really don't know what that is.
Not a clue. So what is it? It's a Koltova. That's a Koltova? I drink the juice from something that ugly? What planet?
Yeah, you figured it out. Woo! Yeah, you drink for something that ugly. Yeah. If I was in their world, that'd be freaking disgusting. Yeah. Okay, so you obviously saw what monsters look like. Well, those are only one monsters. So let me see this real quick. Okay. And then once you get to a certain point in the game, you will unlock a mode called Extra Mode, and that allows you to like just mess around with features in the game and missions just to level up for fun and just play around with the game. And well, I'm obviously not there. You need to get to at least chapter 25, I think it is. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so now to see. I will be back in the next video. So um thanks for the support on trying to subscribe to my channel and get the channel running again. I promise that this will not happen ever again because it is a very, very annoying thing because it takes like a week for my things to re-upload, not re-upload, like for me to get everything organized, because if that happened again, videos will be going again, obviously. So I'm gonna try to keep track of what things are happening so things don't go out of whack. So thanks for watching again, everybody. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make the channel go smoothly for a little while and see what we do from there. Okay? So thanks for watching, everybody. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.